100 likes on this video in 48 hours.
No, stop. Until September 19th. We'll make it fair. September 19th.
Fly to Nevada.
It doesn't have to be first class. We'll just get there.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Bench Podcast, the second episode.
Episode 2.
Yes, sir. Alright, so today we have multiple topics to talk about. We're going to be talking about Area 51, and we also have UFC as well as, which is the next one?
Stranger Things
Season 3. Possibly
yes.
the best season of the series.
So if you haven't seen it, don't watch that.
That's true. Alright, guys, so you've been warned. So we're going to start off with Area 51. As we all know, 1.5 million people are going to be like...
They pledged on Facebook to go raid Area 51 to find out if there's aliens or not.
Online versus real life is a whole different world.
Yeah, well, all the hotel books,
the
hotel rooms are booked.
They're just gonna go to Vegas, bro.
Hotel rooms are booked, everything, bro.
The Air Force
released a warning.
They're not even gonna get there, bro. It's like one road to Area 51.
Yeah, we gotta talk about one class.
It's one.
In reality, if that many people go, bro, there's more traffic.
That place is
traffic.
it's not made for that. They literally can't take that.
It doesn't matter.
It's really a one-way road.
What do you think they'll do? They'll shoot them on sight if they cross?
Yes.
They're either gonna shoot them down or nuke them.
They're gonna warn them.
Either way,
If they do that, they're gonna nuke themselves.
it doesn't matter. They're not gonna risk anything.
Okay,
they're not gonna not risk anything.
They're gonna warn them first. Let's be honest. You don't
Yeah,
want.
of course.
You have 5 seconds to leave the premise, or we're blasting you all up.
But what? Okay, but my thing is, what if they all Naruto run so the bullets can't get them?
Can we get
the mind?
We'll put up a footage of what
The power of the mind
There's
can overconquer the power
gonna
of the
be,
bullets.
Bro, but it's
floor man.
we're unarmed. There's tanks.
Wait, are you going?
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
We all signed up for it, don't we?
I didn't sign up.
I did.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to
might
live
go.
past my 20s.
I gotta see what clear
Just send me the live stream. That's all I need.
I'm 50-50 on going, to be honest.
Yo, let's go, bro. YOLO.
Like,
Well, they have
this
this tank.
all
They
he
have
wants to
riot
see
shield, they have
is
weapons. YOLO.
Hey, if this video gets 10,000 views, we're all going.
Exactly.
That's it. It's set.
No, hold on. I got something.
We're recording you.
Where they go?
Yo, alright. 50 likes on this video, and we're all gonna get first class tickets to Nevada. 50 likes.
70.
100. I want 100 likes on this video in 48 hours.
No, stop. Until September 19th. We'll make it fair. September 19th.
Fly to Nevada.
It doesn't have to be first class. We'll just get there anywhere we have to get.
We'll run.
drive there.
We'll take
We'll
the
vlog
horse.
the whole trip.
We will walk.
We'll vlog the trip, and hopefully one
I
of
will
us.
vlog
but here's
the
the
battle of
thing,
Area 51.
Area 51 is hard to find. There's no location on the map.
We have the coordinates.
You have the coordinates?
We have
the coordinates.
I'm the same.
You're telling me out of 1.5 million people,
Someone's
know
gonna
where
figure
Area
it out.
51 is?
I know, but just like the actual location is discreet because like
We'll
there's a road here.
We'll use the
and then
Benchwarmer chopper, bro. We're good.
once you get to the road,
We
Area
have that.
51 is like miles into
What you
the
do is
desert.
you pull up Google Maps,
It's not in the Google
Google
Maps.
Earth.
You could do that.
It doesn't matter.
use
Everyone's
Siri.
meeting up. It
If
doesn't
you
matter.
search up Area 51 on Google Earth, the shit.
Everyone
breaks.
is going to meet up at the tourist. Was it at the tourist location? They said we're gonna meet up there. 1.5 million people, and it's a 1-lane road actually, and it's 60 miles in.
Well, see, the thing is,
This
there
way.
has to be someone
Hey.
in Area 51 that wants this to happen.
Yeah, bro.
yes.
So they can help.
To seek the truth.
Like a spy.
Well, do you guys know the conspiracy that? Wait, do you guys know the conspiracy that the government started the Area 51 means so they could kill all those people for population control?
Whoa.
1.5 is a good amount.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
That's
Overpopulation
Channel
is
goes
a
down
problem.
after this video. We know.
Hey, if we don't, I just want to clarify.
If we all go missing, if this channel's deleted, we were right. They're on to us.
Basically, we'll probably be being held hostage.
FBI, open up!
Fuck. So yeah,
we'll get
no,
into the real shit.
we're definitely okay. So
What is Area 51 actually?
Area 51,
Military
as far as
area,
we know, is like it's a military research base,
Confidential.
but it's confidential, so you don't know what goes
No one
on.
knows what's going on.
we're never gonna know.
Never gonna know. Who has the answers?
I don't know how.
There's guards there 24/7 surrounding the base.
I don't know how the
driving
whole
white
story
trucks.
behind how they have the aliens there came about.
It's like on
It's
very.
because
of the process.
Basically, it is like there'll be planes flying and shit.
Language.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You can't. We can't afford to get demonetized at this state of the channel.
We need
Alright?
money.
Technically, you already said.
We need every cent we have.
The only reason I signed up was
People, look at this tablecloth, please. We need your donations, and we need them now.
Anyway, yeah, basically people would just see like random planes at like weird times and like in the middle of nowhere because that shit's in
Well, the definition was.
and yes, they are military planes, but people, oh my god,
Okay, this is the
Oh,
thing.
we need
UFO is not necessarily have to be an alien.
It's just an
unidentified flying object.
It's different in different country. Could be an experiment. Could be your own facility with
Weather
different things
balloons
you're trying.
are the number one thing that people confuse UFOs with.
Yeah, what about when you get those 3 lights that come up out of nowhere and they're like there and they shoot out and they're gone?
We're not going back.
We pulled up the last video. We pulled up a video from the last.
If you want to watch that, go watch the first
check out
podcast
the
again.
podcast.
Wait, we did?
Yeah,
Yes,
that, from my boy Orlando that he saw one night. He filmed it.
I must have not watched that.
Yeah, bro, that's when.
Nobody has.
Hey, I did like 3 times.
Talking about something that I
Name Jeff.
Alright, here we go. Where were we?
So as Ozzy said, 50. He said 50,000 or like
many, bro.
million.
How many people are not gonna show up?
Let's just say
1.5
that's how
million.
many people
My
are
projection
going.
Okay, how many think? How many?
What's half of 1.5
No. Hold on. No. Wait. How many people do you actually think are gonna go?
Well,
I think it's 10 grand. 10,000 people.
I say a few
10,000
thousand.
people. I said 10,000.
Let's just make it up. Look, 1.7 many people said they're going. Let's just take that into like fact. Let's say they are going, like for sure.
We'll divide it by the factor of 2.
No. Let's just say it. Let's
in
just
the
make it up,
quadratic
bro.
formula.
What do you think will actually happen if 1.7 many people are there in front?
But they're not in front. That's why there's
You
battle
think
plans.
they're
You
gonna
gotta
have,
surround.
There's okay from the projection that we'll
Alright, let's
upload the
talk about
picture.
that.
There's 5. I think there's 5 entry stations that they're trying to go with. So 5 waves.
No,
technically
it was 3, I think, right?
3
No,
waves.
no,
I'm
no,
pretty sure
it
it's
was way
5.
more.
It
The
was
one
like
that's not
5.
3. I need this updated photo.
We'll update it for you, boss.
Yeah, yours was old. Yours was
Basically, doing 5 waves.
We have the
So
numbers.
my opinion, I feel like they're gonna only first do non-lethal, so tear gases, the rubber guns.
No. First of all, it's gonna be 3 a.m. The event is at 3 a.m.
It's
It's gonna be
3
dark
a.m.?
as fuck. It's a desert. We're not even prepared for that shit.
Oh, we're
They're gonna have to bring their own lights and stuff.
We need like
Well,
night
first
vision.
of all,
we finna get
They
smoked.
probably they can get
They have
sniped from far
fucking
away.
snipers, night vision, helicopters,
We're getting
trucks.
smoked.
Drones.
They're gonna have like the night vision.
Exactly.
Can we make that 200
They're not gonna wait for them to get to the
No.
gate. They're gonna attack them before, you get me?
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
From what I
Sorry,
heard,
passing.
Yeah, they're not trespassing.
from what I heard,
Once they
the
pass
closest you can get in car is like 15, 16 miles.
Wasn't there a guy that
Exactly.
walked
You still
on
gotta
the
walk
Exactly.
15, 16 miles.
Wasn't
That's
there
a lot.
a-
Our base is here and we are all over here.
So we're gonna
there a
stop them
case-
way before.
Wasn't there a case of a guy that was trying to sneak in and they shot him?
They
I'm
did.
sure
Yes.
there was.
Yes.
Sure there was.
There's many
Don't
cases.
shoot 1.5 million
Unless
people. I'll tell you that.
But okay,
The
if they
military
do,
will fuck around.
let's pretend if they shoot 10,000 people. Let's pretend. Would it be considered trespassing, a massacre, or what? What do you think? Like the
Well,
local-
considering-
They're allowed to shoot, guy.
Okay,
Considering,
but at the
okay,
same
look,
time,
first of all, it's trespassing because
It's
they're breaking the law. They're trespassing into military grounds, which is, that's even worse. And they were also issued a warning, which means they were already warned, so you already knew what you were going
okay,
into.
but how far do you think the military is willing to go to like prevent?
Far
any-
enough to protect themselves.
It actually
Yeah,
says
they don't want their
personally
It
information.
actually says
bro.
that there's a sign.
It's also their lives at stake.
will be used. If
Yeah,
you
there is a sign. I saw it.
I believe. Okay,
Yo, they're probably so scared they already hid or they're already hiding.
yeah,
You feel me?
We're gonna be going into. Listen. The
But
bottom.
they're gonna be prepared.
This was gonna happen. They're gonna show up there, and within all this time, that's probably Area 52, and the real Area 51 is somewhere we wouldn't
Exactly,
even
bro.
never know. Like I think
Area
Johnny
51
mentioned
is a
that.
cover up for Area 51. Bro.
There you
Hey,
go.
that's
There's
a fact.
that
Area
might be
51 is like the moon or something.
What are the
We need to
chances
go
of
to Area
that?
48.
48? What about
I
27?
I honestly think that the chances are pretty high that this is the situation. I'd also think that a good, at least several thousand people are either gonna get shot and several hundred killed. Who knows?
That's if all of those people.
The problem of this generation is that we're willing to go to great lengths just to like
On
get
the
something
internet.
done
See the main.
on the
That's,
internet.
that could be,
Nothing-
that's gonna
We'll
be a
see.
good thing.
We'll see if it transfers
Is
to real
that
life.
no one's that stupid to go, bro.
I think everyone's that stupid.
There's
so
people.
that's the
There's
thing.
good.
You're that in your
Okay, look,
every-
There's gonna be a few thousand people going.
Look, the
No,
more
no,
people
no,
that
no,
pledge,
I don't think so.
look, Ozzy, the more people that pledge, the more chances of people actually showing up.
I don't know if people.
Yeah,
are
it's
serious.
true.
That's true.
Bro,
But
who would just throw their life away like that, bro?
A lot of people.
actually going
you
to that shit is not as easy as clicking.
One at a time.
Oh, I know. That's why it's gonna be not as much.
I bet more than
people,
half
but
those
they
people
still
don't even
be
live in
good.
Nevada, bro.
No, they don't. That's
why
The
the
hotel
hotels
that's
are packed.
booked, bro.
all the hotels. Good like 2 or 3 hotels that are in the area. They're booked. A lot of things. People actually go
bro,
to.
that shit's in the middle of nowhere. Those
Bro, I like to
hotels
see.
are probably have
I would like to
three
see
rooms.
like the people.
They're not gonna
who
find
live in
it.
those
They're not gonna.
Like, I would like to
travel
see like what
there,
they look
bro.
like.
Do
Asian
shit.
shirts, long
Doing the Navy fucking like I don't know, like sand
Navy,
fishing,
like
like sand
the
fishing
desert.
shit.
The Navy in the desert.
You mean?
You want to go, bro?
Wait, he didn't even.
Calm down.
Oh.
Where's the water, man?
I mean,
Hey, we all have our days, bro.
Oasis there.
We all have our days.
I mean, if you bring like a little big tube, you can go on the boat.
How does it work then, Joel?
Navy is on the oceans, goddamn.
man. It's a special operation.
Hey. We all have our days, bro.
Sorry.
We all have our days.
You know how it's gonna work, bro? We gotta get a plane and then just parachute into the base.
They'll just shoot us. They'll shoot down the
Have
plane.
you played GTA, bro? Have you not played GTA? As soon as you think you're in that jet,
First kill it. This is what happens.
You go over the base 5 stars.
If we go in a plane, first they're gonna get on the plane's
First of all,
comms,
you're not
and
gonna be
they're
able to
warn
parachute.
us to go
First
back.
of all,
If we
as
don't
soon
go
as
back,
you get
they'll
even
shoot
close,
us.
they'll shoot down the plane.
You just dodge the bullets, bro, and you're good.
you know what? I honestly think there's gonna be a hard
Simple.
challenge. It's gonna be a hard challenge. You know what?
It's
And you
simple.
know what else I'm gonna
They're
propose?
not gonna stand a chance.
You know what else I propose? 200 likes, and we're gonna do a 24-hour challenge in Area 51. We'll get that. We'll do that. We'll do a mukbang. We'll do a mukbang with a couple of the troops, and we'll make it happen,
We're
bro.
gonna get some alien food,
This is
bro.
gonna be. Hey, this is gonna be a first.
We're gonna okay. So we're
Hey,
gonna have,
maybe it's gonna go second.
Bro, we're gonna get something maybe
We're gonna have a live
like
stream.
a third hand or something, bro.
Only 200 likes.
Anything can
Only
happen,
200
bro.
likes.
Anything can happen.
Look,
Hey,
we're
what's
gonna
the
have
alien, bro?
we're gonna have a live stream set up. Everybody is gonna have GoPros recording live.
So whoever goes,
So
they
whatever
go.
we go, it's unfiltered, uncensored. Just
And if you
straight
get
action.
shot, someone else gotta pick it up and
Someone
continue
else
the
gotta
journey.
pick up the harness and keep
Continue
going.
the journey, bro.
Unless we get inside.
I mean, we could also
Until
we'll do a Q&A so they tell us where to go. You know,
Yeah.
I think we can
You
get
know,
some.
you pull up a mic, you start interviewing one of the soldiers. How can
What
you
if-
go?
What
Cause
if
this
we buy?
might be.
What if we just buy fucking like riot shields, bro? Just charge in there, bro.
I think we should get a tank, to be honest.
A tank?
You might as well finance a tank right now.
Okay,
I
bro.
think
You
I'm
guys
saying
call it
that
dark. You gotta
web.
get a working
It's called the
tank.
dark web. It's not that hard actually. It's not as hard as we think.
We could get something.
The Russians.
We'll get something done.
Or a riot shield.
The
That's
Russians.
it.
Yeah, the
So
Russians.
We should contact some
But
Russians.
what if you make a deal with
I
the
work for the
Russians to
Russians.
find to find stuff for Area 51? They'll fund you. The Russians
KGB.
want to know what's in there too.
Hit us up.
Hey Putin, I got you.
No, he got us, bro.
Yeah, they got us with that face app.
Hey, I want all those guys out of my country. Oh my god, bro. Hey, that's the
Speaking
case.
of the Russians,
Oh,
let's talk about
USA.
face app.
please.
Love y'all, Lord.
Let's see.
That's just fake, bro.
When will America wake up and know that we're being spied on? Because we clearly are. And we always have been.
We're being
Exactly,
spied on.
bro.
They're
You're
being
spied
spied
on
on.
us right now.
Everybody's being spied on each other.
Right now, the FBI
You know what I
is
saw?
watching us.
You know what I saw yesterday on the news that scared me is like, since Russians are like, they basically control like 80% of the app store
Mm-hmm.
because they're very like advanced in technology.
Yeah,
and
when it
stuff
comes to like
So,
hacking and all that shit, yeah, Russians are like.
they basically control like 80% of the app store. Like most of the apps that we use are actually created in Russia, like by Russian programmers.
Look,
Oh, hell no.
people.
And no one here is gonna sit there and actually read through a contract until
No,
you actually to press
nobody's
agree.
gonna
Just agree and then go next. That's like
What if we like
you
agree
never
to
know what you're
Russian
agreeing
as
to.
citizens and we don't even know it?
You don't
Look, everybody's freaking out about the whole face app thing where now they have the right to use your face. But this has been going on with Facebook and like with Instagram and all these social media apps anyway.
Okay, but that
It's
you're not giving them the right to use it.
as we advance.
Face app.
Did you read the whole contract?
Well, Facebook and Instagram were created
I'll go back and do that tonight.
That's why.
Well, Facebook and Instagram were created by American people. These other
Yeah,
apps,
still, Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah,
he was
but
getting like, he was on trial for like,
He's an Indian.
I don't know, something having like some
Investigation,
information.
yeah.
and all
He
that
is an
shit.
alien. I think he's an alien.
What the
He's not, you seen
Mark
him drink
Zuckerberg
water?
is
There's
alien?
evidence.
Have you
There's
seen him
evidence.
drink water?
Oh, he's a reptilian.
He's a,
Dude,
that's
he
what
goes
it's
like-
like.
Yeah,
He
but
owns us.
What do you think is more dangerous though? The Russians or like the people in the U.S.?
I think our own people are more dangerous.
what if
Yeah.
he is Russian?
Oh my god, bro.
He's
FBI
Russian
coming
to take
for us,
control
bro.
of this earth. That's what he's Russian.
This video said take it.
He's not even, he doesn't care about nations anymore.
By the time we try to upload this video, Russia's gonna
Russia, the U.S. government,
That's good.
the
That way we
CIA, the IRS, they're gonna hunt us down.
Fuck taxes, bro.
You can hide from the CIA, you can hide from the FBI, but you can't hide from the IRS.
You
They
can't.
will tax you.
What you said? You said you can?
You can't.
Oh yeah, you can. I thought you had a story to tell.
No.
I know a guy.
Hey, Donald Trump maybe that's it.
Shit. Donald Trump. Hey, free ASAP.
Yo, he's gonna free ASAP, bro.
Free ASAP, bro.
Mobbing the ASAP,
Free
bro.
ASAP.
He got in a fight, I think.
Bro, some dudes who were following him for like a bunch of like just following.
What country is he in?
In Sweden.
In
They
Sweden,
were
yeah.
following him for like 30 minutes, whatever, however long.
So
it was,
he
I don't
fought
remember.
them, and he
And
got
then
arrested.
he was recording the whole thing, and they keep following them and following them.
They
and
want to give
following
him 6 years.
And they're like,
Six.
yeah,
They
they're
want
like,
him 6 years, bro.
they're like, bro, like stop following us. Like we don't want no problems. Like just stop. Like go the other way. And they kept following them. And at some point, obviously, they just started fighting.
Yeah. They,
Yeah,
well, the one
6
of
years for that, bro?
one of the
For a
guys.
fight?
You know,
One-
Sweden,
you're
it's soft.
For an instigator, something
Right, I
like
can't
that,
watch
high
it.
instigator.
No, but one of the guys smacked the bodyguard with his headphones, broke him, and before that, they supposedly one of the guys sexually assaulted two of the people that were passing by because they went up and ended the video and they go, oh, these guys like hurting you? Oh, because me and my girlfriend were like harassing us earlier.
Is
Because
that Rocky's group to other people?
no.
No.
The guys that were
The
like
two guys that were following them.
that were harassing
It's
them.
Rocky said on his Instagram post that those two dudes were actually, as they were following them, girls that would pass by, they would like smack their ass and stuff like that.
Oh.
So clearly they were probably either drugged, intoxicated, or something.
Oh, they look drugged, 100%. We can play it over the video.
What happened?
They were,
We'll play it a little bit.
for sure, they were drugged. For sure.
So yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, I mean, because Kanye West spoke with him, right? Kanye and Kim.
Yeah,
They
there
spoke
was,
with Trump.
I believe there was like an inside thing that went on like back and forth, like messages, but, with Trump you mean, okay.
Yeah, with Trump,
Yeah,
too.
they did, yeah.
He said he's gonna speak to the
And then,
Prime Minister.
Yeah, the prime
Yeah.
minister.
So, and then ASAP Rocky was talking to his people that, obviously put the word out.
The problem is getting arrested in a foreign country. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's different
that's
laws, different jurisdictions.
It's a whole big, it's a different story there. But yeah, that's gonna conclude our first part of the podcast. Next up is gonna be which is UFC. We're gonna be talking about recent fights that have happened, especially with Jorge Masvidal's award-winning, in my opinion, quickest knockout in the UFC.
it's not an opinion. That's
No, award-winning. The knockout is award-winning, in my opinion.
It should get
But
best knockout
it
of the
is,
year.
in fact, the quickest knockout at 5 seconds.
If it doesn't get knockout of the year, it
has to.
Wouldn't be bad.
Honestly, probably one of the best knockouts
That's
in
knockout
UFC
of the year.
history. My opinion.
Alright guys, we're in the next section of our podcast. We're going to talk about the UFC and the recent fights and the current state of the UFC. I'm Andres. I'm here joined by Joel, Johnny, and Brian. First off guys, the last event was, fastest knockout in UFC history, 5 seconds, by
George
Romero.
Masvidal, 305. Let's go. Represent.
Right now, he's probably the Miami's superstar in a way.
He's Miami's hero.
He's
right
Miami's
now.
hero,
He's the new Dwayne Wade of Miami.
And I just want to start off.
In the MMA community,
the MMA community, Jorge Masvidal is the Dwayne Wade. I mean, as much as we love Yoel Romero, Jorge Masvidal right now is making headlines. All right, so he's representing the Cuban community, especially fighters here down in Miami. He's bringing up a lot of talent as well in the training facility
Yeah,
that they have.
definitely.
But my opinion, I just want to start off by saying probably one of the prettiest, most beautiful knockouts in the UFC history, in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's the fastest.
And I listened. The problem with this fight was I love Ben Askren to death.
I did not know who was gonna win.
I didn't. It was a tough one. Truthfully speaking, I was going with Ben Askren, but in the end of the day, Jorge Masvidal, representing 305. But bro, beautiful knee, the flying knee to the face.
And that was planned. People saying that was a lucky shot. They released footage after of him practicing the knee like over and over.
It's like
and
Yoel
over.
Romero has the same tactics.
It's the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah.
They said they practiced it over 100 times before. And
Yeah.
George kinda
So
worked.
this wasn't a lucky shot.
It was practice that was worth it in the end because
It was
And
premeditated.
it wasn't even 5 seconds. It was 2 seconds, and it took 3 seconds for the judge to come and get him off of him.
It was like 2 more seconds of him just bashing Askren's head in after he was
that's
on
what
the
really that knee already knocked him off and
He was
crippled him
stiff.
enough. But
He was loaded.
those two more strikes pounding down, that really, in my opinion, murdered Ben Askren. And honestly, I
lost.
just don't know. I'm glad that Ben Askren was being a good sport about it. Later tweeting out, what was it that he tweeted? He goes,
Oh, I deserved it.
I deserved it.
Yeah, he took it like
Yeah.
a man. He didn't pull a Ronda Rousey.
Which is what I
stole it
like,
off.
exactly. Which is what I like because as much as we love drama in the UFC, sometimes when you have two icons like that, man, oof, You just want to see everything.
I wouldn't go to calling ice cream an icon.
I like, well,
Just yet.
as a person that enjoys wrestling and all stuff, I consider him an icon.
Well,
That's
you know,
For wrestlers.
Bellator champ, 1FC champ, but now he's
19-0 before, you know.
who knows now? I mean, he's gonna.
I mean, hey, he broke a record in the
Nice.
UFC.
No, he
And
has
his first fight too, he kind of. I mean, he got.
His
slammed
first
by
fight was a
Wilder.
questionable win with
Well, yeah, like I think did we discuss that in the first video?
I'm
No,
pretty sure we did.
we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it
did.
was a controversial choke, but of course you know that's in the past. It is what it is now. They counted it as a win, so that's how it'll be. But as well as Nunez, what
Nunez,
a
she did
prodigy,
what she did,
a
man. She
female
did what she
prodigy
did.
in my opinion. One
Now
of
the thing with Holm, she was scared that fight. You
of
could,
course,
she was stiff as hell. She was like,
you see her
You
creating
did see,
distance
yeah.
with Nunez because she
Well,
knows the
obviously,
power
yeah, she
has.
hesitated, and that's why she got knocked out.
yeah. Once you hesitate, if you're gonna attack, you better follow through. Because
No.
once you hesitate, that opening's right there.
It was there and she took it. Just like her previous fight with Cyborg and bro, I feel Nunez is probably gonna be the best pound for pound female fighter in the UFC. She's basically has a kill list and she's taking out the top in her league, the top in her.
She basically
class.
wipes everyone out.
She's
right?
white. Yeah, who's left in her weight class?
Henry Cejudo, bro.
Henry Cejudo.
And
There
he
you
challenged
go.
her.
Hey,
He
the
challenged her.
people's champ right there, bro. And that's gonna be a good fight. You know, for Cejudo, who's gonna get the sex change though? That's the real question.
I think it should be Nunez.
Nunez.
I don't know. Whichever way.
I don't know.
Let's be honest.
So-
Cejudo probably won't survive that beast. He's a midget.
She's a good
That's
foot
a-
taller than him, right?
Yeah.
Well, not by a whole
Nunes
foot,
doesn't need to change.
Like 4
She can
inches.
beat
but- Yeah.
So, anyways, later on they want to do the Cyborg rematch. How do you think that will go, guys?
I think Cyborg will go in with a different mentality.
Yeah.
And that's
She was probably too confident in the last one. In her
She'll
skills.
probably play more on the stealth mode and you know
Like a defensive
explode.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
defensive mode and explode with time to time when she sees the opening. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a good fight. But you know, it depends because I'm kind of 50-50 with the rematch.
And then there's Jones versus Santos. That first of all, it was a questionable win. I thought Santos.
I
won.
think it's
Oh,
100%
yeah, Santos
questionable.
won as well.
I thought Santos won.
100% questionable.
But you know, at the end of the day,
Bro,
when it's up to the
Dana said
scorecard, it's up to the judges.
It's 'cause
Dana said Jones dominated him, bro.
That was.
That was.
Which that you know
that,
what?
that
That
was
that-
biased.
that was not
It was like.
that was
Thing is,
all-
Dana
he
pushed
was biased.
Jones.
That was
Dana-
biased.
But Dana pushes Jones because Jones, theoretically speaking, brings more money in than Santos. But after seeing this last fight, in my opinion, which was a wake up call for John Jones because
It's
he
because he was
hasn't
off
left.
the PEDs.
No, he hasn't left the ring that beat up in a while.
Well,
Yeah, he couldn't walk out.
That was I think that was
wheelchair.
the worst beat up he left the ring.
In
Wow.
the past few years, yes.
He's even said like, "Oh damn, this guy got me."
Well, now it's like the first time he's actually like officially like PED free and gotten
Yeah,
pretty
so
beat up. So
you
who
can see
knows
the
now?
difference between Roy Jones and non-Roy Jones.
Basically.
Roy Jones dominates, non-Roy Jones.
And there's
Questionable.
there's people out there that kind of defend Jones with the
Still fought
roids.
pretty
Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
fought
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But like they defend him
But
with
he
like,
got
oh,
rocked.
a little bit. But
He got rocked.
Jones,
Santos has power, so
God,
he's
you
kind
know.
of like.
And Santos
I
playing
think-
smart too, because he knew what he was up against. You know, some guys with power, they'll just start.
Yeah,
But I
throwing
think-
stuff, throwing
I
stuff.
see-
George
I
George
what he did.
ACL in the second round.
He
And he
did.
kept
And
fighting.
he kept fighting with his
Imagine-
ACL at the
4 more
condition
rounds.
that he
Imagine if
was.
he didn't, bro. He probably
If he
would've,
didn't, the tables would have
TKO
turned
maybe or
100%.
something, I don't know.
100%. And you know what's weird too? The fight didn't go on the floor. The fight wasn't
Yeah,
on the
Jones
floor.
was
Considering
there.
for John's, where John's has been doing a
The
lot of
thing
wrestling
is,
training.
every time
and he hasn't-
John Jones gets close, he gets hit with those power shots by
Yeah,
Santos.
no, but even then, I think there was no time on the ground at all.
No,
Not at all.
he didn't
Not at all.
attempt, but
Did they clinch at all? I don't remember.
They
No,
clinched.
they did against the
I think
Phoenix.
they
I don't think they did, bro. The whole fight, I remember, was kicking and striking. There was no grappling, no
Yeah, close to the
scrambling,
fence, but there was never
Yeah.
like a
There
full
was
clinch.
no. Oh,
which was weird, judging by both fighters, since they're
You can
used
tell
to being on
Jones
the ground.
was scared to get close.
Oh, of
Because
course, of
the
course.
moment he got close, when he got rocked by one of those shots, he kept his distance at that point.
No, of course.
He's lucky he has like that really long range, like they can keep him far apart.
No, yeah, of course.
So Masvidal called out Conor McGregor, but most people call him Conor
Everybody
McGregor.
calls it.
he
Conor
called out
McGregor,
Brock
man.
Lesnar, bro, because the Whole Foods
No, yeah,
that
but
skipped him.
obviously, getting McGregor for him is more serious because
Yeah,
they're
no.
kind of
That's
the
a
same
money
weight.
fight. They're the same weight class.
Because Masvidal's a welterweight, right?
Yeah,
But
Conor
Conor
from
Connor's like
Connor's-
both. He's
Yeah.
Connor's
But he's gone from feather, right? From
He's
Yeah.
not from feather all the
So
way to welterweight.
he's comfortable.
Okay, so he can-
he's comfortable
he can-
changing classes.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll take it, bro? Because
I don't know. I don't think at all.
Oh yeah, because like
When was his last fight was a beat, right? I
Yeah.
don't think he's fought.
there's a bigger
It's a
fight
fight.
for him for
It's
Ferguson or fighting Khabib again. Those are bigger money fights than Masvidal. Even though Masvidal's popular, he's not as popular as Ferguson or.
Actually,
He's popular.
Ferguson might move up to welterweight now.
Really?
That's
He
true.
said he was
I heard
getting
that.
bored of lightweight.
Yeah, he said there's not a good
Because
challenge for him.
he's basically beat everyone in lightweight except like Khabib.
Yeah, but he should stay until he.
But him
The thing
personally
is,
gets the chance,
he's
he
always
never does that.
getting like cucked out of the shot. So I mean, he deserves better.
Speaking of Khabib, what do you think of his fight coming up?
I think Khabib better win.
I hope he
You
does.
think he wins? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
That's gonna be a really good
I want
fight.
him to fight Ferguson or Connor again,
The-
or GSP even.
That's never gonna happen.
That'll
Him and
happen.
GSP is never gonna happen.
Well, they both want it, so
They both want it, but
maybe.
at the end of the day, Dana doesn't want
That
it,
would-
so it's not gonna happen.
That's
Bro, you
that's
never know,
something
bro.
I kind of dislike that at times because it's although you have other people that work for the UFC and
Yeah,
in charge
I
of
believe-
stuff,
I believe-
Dana holds probably a good chunk of what goes down and what he wants.
I think it's also because of the ESPN deal. They want to make things seem more like professional instead of like
Yeah.
people jumping over each other.
But in the end, yeah, that's true. But
Which I respect that because then it gives
it's
you know,
business.
fighters that deserve it.
It's business. It gives fighters that deserve the chance to fight. But the problem is that type of stuff, it's what promotes the fights. It's what makes people want
Yeah.
to watch UFC for its abnormality and like ways that it distinguishes itself from other fighting organizations.
Yeah.
But I know for sure, I get where Dana comes from, because now, since the ESPN, ESPN owns UFC, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a partnership. Okay, so they own the UFC, and who owns the ESPN was Disney. So, in the end, it's the mouse wins, or the mouse gets.
And also, they were thinking about doing DC versus Jones 3. They were talking about light heavyweight, but it makes more sense for heavyweight because
DC will have to do one.
I heard that
because
Jones
they haven't fought there
One
before.
super.
But I heard Jones is gonna take on the winner between DC and Stipe.
Yeah, his next
Yeah,
one.
heavyweight.
You think so?
Not fighting DC. Yeah. heavy.
Now,
Yeah.
if
Wait,
DC
who
wins,
did Johnny Walker want? Johnny Walker wanted to fight Ngannou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he did. Now that's
He
gonna
called
be
Ngannou out.
that's gonna be one.
That's gonna be him
serious
having
fight.
to move up. Though.
He's
Because
gonna have
Ngannou's
to.
way
No,
too
but
massive to go
Ngannou will
down.
probably. I feel like Ngannou will destroy him, bro. Like
Because
not
I think
only
they both have incredible power, but
No,
Ngannou has more. Like
Ngannou
he's more
has-
of a UFC
he's-
veteran.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the
and
thing.
and if
He has the experience.
the only advantage that Jones will have is probably his speed, and I'm not sure how Ngannou works in the floor. I'm not sure if he's good with grappling and scrambling and all that. But
Well, he's only lost fights because of that.
well, there you go. There we go. I knew there was something about that. So, but his previous fight was crazy. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
No, yeah, it just takes one punch, one clean
One
punch.
punch,
from
that's
that.
the thing,
It
so
doesn't have
one-
to be clean. It just be
One
a
good
punch
punch.
anywhere in the score.
Exactly,
and
one
knocked
good
out.
punch to rock him.
You guys saw the favorite fight, right?
Favor?
Yeah, when he came back.
Right, your favor?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
So he retired 5 years ago,
Long time.
something like that, and then he comes back and beats a prospect in the
40
first
years
Yeah.
old.
first 45 seconds. He knocks him out.
Dude, but
But I
I fucking
don't.
love him for that.
Was
Ricky Simone is
I
the
thought
one
it was
that
a
was fighting
TKO, but I
too.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it was a
It
knockout.
was a TKO.
the TKO.
But didn't they say knockout in the?
Because TKO still counts as a
It's
knockout.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
technically-
Knockout is like
Yeah,
a
but in
down
your
with
record,
ass.
nobody asked for TKO. It's just KO, submission, decision.
That's
No,
true.
but I seen it sometimes like TKO.
So yeah,
But
but
like yeah.
But who do you
It's the
think?
same
that's when you ask for specifics.
But what do you, truthfully speaking, back to the Masvidal and Conor, because that would be a big topic, especially here in Miami. I don't think Conor's gonna do that because one,
He's
Conor
not.
has
Man. He
more
would
enough
have
money.
replied by now.
He's not just that. He has more than enough money right now. He doesn't need to come back to UFC, and his Masvidal is a good fighter, but I don't think he's as big there yet. He's been in the game for a while, but I don't think his ego itself is as big as
The thing
McGregor's
is,
that
okay,
will create a hype for the fight.
his closest-
But
Yeah.
His
he's
face is
made
what
a
I'm
name,
saying.
like a lot more people know him now.
No, but yes, now I'm
The
saying,
closest
will he have a
he's-
good enough hype to match up with Gregor and make the fight?
Right now,
on a
he's
PC?
turning into a hype train. After his win,
In London.
over Darren Till,
Yeah.
and the brawl afterwards,
Yeah.
3-piece in the soda, and now getting the fastest knockout, and not only with anybody but with Ben Askren, he's definitely made one hell of a name for himself, especially right now.
Well, he should get a title shot, but they might do a.
The thing is, he's still relatively new to welterweight.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's still some people that deserve the title shot a little more.
But he's
There's only
coming up
really
there.
Kobe
He's
in front of
coming
Yeah.
him. There's only
Kobe might get it first.
Yeah, if he
Kobe
wins
might
against
get it
Robbie
first.
Lawler. So yeah,
Actually, what do you think about that fight?
I haven't really watched. I really watched Robbie Lawler more. He's more of a brawler. Kobe more of a grappler. So yeah, I'm not sure how that will go. But
Then again, you never know how those things end up.
yeah, that's true.
What happened? Oh, we just cut this part out. Man.
Yeah.
Just the fucking phone.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
put
mute
the
it,
volume
bro.
down.
I was like, whose fucking phone is that?
It's yours.
It's the fucking computer.
Fuck.
Because we turned it on to listen to the audio.
We're only at 12 minutes, so we're good. What
Were
did
you
you leave
gonna
off on?
Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who won from that, but I do hope that Jorge Masvidal, he's from Miami, he's gone 2 amazing knockouts in a row, that he gets a title shot. But you never know how the UFC's gonna handle that situation. So
I think he should fight one more person, and if he wins, then he should go for the title.
He should. But the only thing is that who can he fight? Who's next that he should
I
fight?
mean,
the thing is,
full of
the
people.
only person in front of him is gonna fight someone else.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to wait to see what's
We'll
gonna happen.
have to wait a while then too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good while. But the problem is he's been in the game. He said he's been in the game for what, 9 years?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Including
And
like
only
the street
now.
fighting and all that, right?
Only
No,
Yeah.
it's not even including that.
Or just like
Is it
MMA
professional or
As a professional, yeah.
I think, but the thing is, the only problem with that I see is that he's been in the game for so long, but look, he gets noticed now, which is great. I'm happy for him. But it's like I said before, I don't think he's yet to have the enough hype for himself, which I hope he gets it at one day. But I don't think he has enough hype for himself at the moment to put himself up there where people say, "Oh crap, him versus McGregor, let's get that fight
Yeah,
going."
they're not gonna make it.
He's not there yet. People are gonna see him and like, "Oh yeah, he had the greatest knockout history." Okay.
The
whatever,
UFC's gonna see it and be like, oh, McGregor can make more money against
Yeah.
Ferguson or
Exactly,
Khabib
yeah,
or
and which is
whoever.
what the fight that people want to see. People would love to see a rematch with Khabib and McGregor because, in the end of the day, we all know that McGregor could have
doesn't
had a
deserve
way
it.
better fight than he did.
He doesn't deserve that fight.
But I don't know. I
Everyone
think he
wants to
does.
see it.
I think he
Everyone wants
does
to see it, though.
because you
People
never know
want
what
to see
happens
it,
second fight.
but there's fighters that, like Ferguson, he deserves it 10 times more than McGregor does.
No, okay,
I'd rather see that over a rematch.
McGregor already jumped over Ferguson for the fight,
yeah.
and he lost, so he definitely doesn't deserve it. And it wasn't even like a close fight. It was
I
a
think he does
domination.
I think he does for the sake of the people. For the sake of me too, just so I can see a rematch. and
I'd
see what
rather
happens
see
in the ring.
Ferguson and Khabib.
Yeah, same here.
But I would
than
too.
McGregor.
I would like to see that fight as well. But in terms of
dude, to
favoritism
be
for
honest,
me right now,
if you ask the
yeah.
MMA community, most of them will want to see Ferguson and Khabib rather than McGregor.
See, I think it'll be more 50-50, but I come
No,
I
no,
can
bro.
tell you-
McGregor will
Khabib,
attract like
it's
the
definitely
the
Khabib.
normal
Yeah.
people that'll watch only big fights. He will attract those people.
Yeah.
Like the MMA community wants to watch Ferguson and Khabib because they know Ferguson's been deserving of
No,
it.
yeah, he has, especially
And
recently.
they've almost fought.
What do you
They've
think will
had a
happen?
press
He
conference.
got injured, right?
Oh, we've also. Well, what were we gonna say? Because
What do you think will happen if they actually fought though? I
I
feel like
honestly-
Khabib would win.
Khabib would. I don't know, because
I
Ferguson
feel like
is
if
so
Khabib,
dangerous.
I feel like if Khabib would win, it won't be like easy.
Yeah,
it'll be
no,
like,
definitely
it'll
won't.
probably be like decision or
And
something.
it'd be probably within decision or
split decision, too. I
or
think.
the
The thing
late rounds.
is, if you look at Khabib's fights, he gets his hands on everyone, and Ferguson isn't the strongest or bulkiest guy, so he's definitely gonna take
But
him down.
Ferguson's
No, but
just-
Ferguson's his cardio and he lasts
No,
so
yeah,
long in fights,
just that.
and he's crazy. He's
Yeah, but
legit.
He's
the
able to
thing
finish
is,
it.
and
So-
Khabib's
so-
grappling though.
But the thing, he's so unorthodox that you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
True.
that's
It's
another.
gonna be one hell of a fight.
Yeah,
Dana,
for sure.
we need it.
Hopefully it comes.
Come on, bro.
But one other fight that I want to wrap up on, that we haven't, I don't think we talked about it. Oh no, we haven't actually. Cowboy. With
Cowboy
Who's he
Ferguson.
fighting now?
Cowboy
Justin,
Ferguson.
what's his face?
He's fighting Justin Gaethje
But I'm talking
now.
about, yeah, he's fighting just but I'm saying the Cowboy versus Ferguson
He
fight.
shouldn't have blown his nose, man. You don't blow
That's
your
all it
nose.
was. That's all it was. In the other day, it was just
I
like
think-
I mean, nah, he was still losing.
From
Let's
what
be
I
honest.
No,
remember,
he was losing.
He won
lost
the first
round-
round.
He
He
won
won the
round
first
one.
round.
Ferguson round 2, round 3 was coming.
But the thing
down.
is, at that
Yeah.
point, when Ferguson wins the second
Yeah,
round,
bro,
he's gonna win the
but
third
still,
round.
you want
You
to see
never
an
know how
ending
things
to it,
can
not a
happen.
freaking ending where doctor calls it. You want to see
Exactly, yeah.
either a knockout submission or hey, time's
It
up,
could've-
let's see who wins. Even if you know Ferguson's gonna win.
No, yeah, and
You
it
still
could
wanna
have
see it.
it could have gone
Yeah,
later.
you shot. You know it's true. You're gonna deep down, you know how you want it. So you tell
I
me
couldn't
for
even
sure.
watch the fight, so you know I was glad it was stopped early.
That's
Bro.
right, good, that's right.
No, but like I was gonna say, it literally all it was just Cowboy blowing his nose because they could have. I feel like they would have continued the fight if he didn't do
Yeah,
so.
they would have.
Although he wasn't like screwed up before that too, but he was still in the condition because that one punch that Tony gave him that they're right on the
It was after the belt.
was after the belt, but it wasn't a punch hard enough for him to affect him. And
But the thing is, it was unsuspecting.
no, it was
Because those can sometimes hit harder than a good clean
Yeah.
punch. But when you're on your guard,
But yeah,
all
the
it took was the
referee,
blow.
the referee should have stepped in between, but he shouldn't have done either. I guess it was just a natural instinct, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll pull up pictures to show you guys.
Ferguson was pissed. He didn't like the way he won.
He wants to finish
Yeah.
the fight, with pride and integrity. He couldn't be able to do so because
Well,
everyone's gonna think,
hopefully he stays mentally stable until the next time he can actually fight. It's not a joke or anything, it's serious.
yeah.
But
As long as he's not running out of the car into the woods, we'll be alright.
It's messed up, man.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Hope you guys like this section. We're gonna keep updating you guys in UFC news every time we do a Benchwarmers podcast. So thank you guys for watching.
Now we're gonna talk about.
Should we keep that in, bro?
Keep it in.
Oh, yeah,
Or like
we're
bleep it out, or like cut it out before.
Okay, guys. So now we're gonna talk about Stranger Things season 3. So spoiler alert: if you haven't seen it, just you're done with the video. You're basically done.
Put the phone away and go watch it. Seriously.
Put the phone away and you're gonna turn on Netflix and you're gonna watch season 3.
Spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
So here we have Jesus, Brian, Andres, Jose, and me, Joel. So let's talk about it. What do you guys think about the season?
Phenomenal.
Amazing.
As
Exquisite.
you can see today, we're repping Stranger Things. You know,
Delectable.
Horror Nights. But dude, what a show, bro! What a show. Honestly, like, from watching season 1, I've never been disappointed.
You could see so many improvements. Though.
Character development,
the
storyline. You know,
Obviously,
effects,
they got more money,
CGI.
so.
Well,
Yeah, they had more money.
They got the bread, yeah.
super. I think this season was very, very well executed in terms of how they're gonna progress of the storyline. Because my biggest fear was, oh crap, it was the Demogorgon, or it's gonna be the same old,
It was a mind flayer,
But it was
bro.
a mind flayer, which is what I wasn't expecting.
And a
to see.
physical version of
That's
because
what I was
in
gonna
season
say.
2 it was just some shadow form.
Dude,
Right.
and we get to see, like, not only that, but the mind flayer like become the mind flayer. It wasn't like, oh, he pops up. No, it shows
No, all those
how
rats
he needed
exploded
exactly. Yeah, it showed how he needed to
And the people.
to form itself. Yeah,
Exactly.
one heck of a show, and oh my gosh.
Just the writing was, excellent.
The
The
writing
thing that really
too.
puts it above like everything else is like the acting and performances.
The acting
The
was
characters
so
that-
good.
The actors that portray the characters of the story, it's one of the, in my opinion, besides the writing, is one of the best reasons why
I'd say
things is so.
My
popular.
favorite characters this season were Dustin, Steve, and I'd say Robin.
Like I said before, man.
And Hopper.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
For me, it's
Yeah.
Dustin and
And
Steve.
the
I forgot about Hopper.
Yeah,
but people-
everyone.
Everyone
Okay,
did
I'm gonna
good.
be honest. 11, she was powerful this season, but like story wise,
Even
she was
ain't
kind of
shit,
like
dog.
I don't know.
I mean, she was still like just playing a role. She
Yeah.
still did it good.
Yeah, let me tell you
if
something.
it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have found where
No,
was.
if it wasn't for Dustin, they would all be screwed.
That's
With those radios,
That's true.
that
That's
big
true,
radio,
That's true.
That,
they
And
would
they all
have been dead.
crapped on Dustin when he came back from the camp.
Did you
Get
guys
back,
ever?
get back on track, get back on
Did you
track.
guys ever see like the audition tapes for the actors?
The only one
Yeah,
I saw
yeah,
was
audition
for Billy.
tapes.
Millie-
The only one I saw was for Billy.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Billy one was really good.
Tape was
No, but for
Really
the
good.
character Billy.
For the character.
oh for
Dude,
his guys.
He
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it phenomenal.
Dude,
man.
Billy,
That's who-
this season, you really see a side
He's
of Billy
really
that
cool.
you've never seen before.
I-
Season 2, he was just like some douche
Some
that came
yeah.
out, some
I
hot
mean-
shot that thinks he's that. You get a little glimpse of the abuse from his dad, but you don't really get the whole backstory of who
That's-
Billy is.
I
Yeah,
like that.
when he's introduced at first, you would never imagine that he would have that kind of role. Like,
You thought he was going to be some
just a
douchebag.
random ass dude.
Just
Yeah.
a
I
random
thought his
douche.
sister was gonna take the spotlight in terms of like
No,
characters
Billy
from
took the
two.
spotlight from me.
Billy.
But
You
the,
fall in love with Billy's character.
what was crazy was like you see like I didn't think they were gonna take his character any more than him sacrificing himself, like becoming like just exploding and becoming part of the mind flayer. But as I saw his character, you see like it shows his trauma while going through all this stuff, like progressing and stuff like that.
Okay, go. Wait, stop, no, stop.
I just needed music.
Oh, bring it down. Hey,
Hey.
you tell me.
Where we leave off at? Okay, so we left off as Billy sacrificed himself.
Billy
and then-
sacrificed himself and his character development, how much you cared about him.
I know we feel bad for Billy, but do you know who I really feel bad for as well? Will.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Alexi.
Will?
Oh wait, okay, yeah, Alexi too, but
I thought you
nobody
were gonna say Alexi.
like
Nobody
nobody.
wanted to play Dungeons.
Nobody
I would, you
wanted-
know what? I would have gone in there. I would have played Dungeons and Dragons with him.
Nobody wants to play D&D with me. I
Yo,
will play D&D.
also-
with him.
Shout out to Chris,
Will-
bro. Hey, the D&D master, bro. Shout out to Chris.
Chris,
The cameraman.
And
needs to
this
see-
is the Will.
they need to
But
see
I'm
who you are.
only dungeon master though.
Because you just are. So
Yeah,
we
but
have
you're
to
like,
see-
but
show the
you're the
camera, show the
D&D
camera.
guy.
Everybody,
You're the D&D
everybody
guy.
needs to see who you are, bro. Yo.
Go Chris.
Now roll 20.
Chris, last year,
No. I
won.
tell you to roll 20.
Chris is all about the
You're right.
kawaii and.
Okay, anyway,
his
excuse
interest
me?
to-
Back to what we
Don't
were
touch the tape.
speaking about.
Game of Thrones, right?
Unless you want
That's
to
a
get
tougher
free.
game.
I really do feel bad for Will though, cause like,
Yeah.
like not just like D and D aside.
Also, isn't Will's gay, right?
Yes,
Ah.
yes. He said.
Because Mike
Mike
said something. It's
Mike
not my
said
fault.
something.
I like
Mike
girls.
said,
Yeah,
I thought
I
Will got
don't like
girls.
girls.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
And then Will got quiet.
And he did say
And then
Before
Mike,
that, there
I'm
was something
sorry,
before
bro.
that too. There was something before that too. He was. It's not necessarily that he's gay though, because before he was talking to his mom, and they were talking about his brother and what's this girl's name? Nancy.
Yeah.
And I think she said something about love, like something like that. And he's like, and Will was like, oh, I'm never gonna fall in love or something like that. So it's not necessarily that he might be gay. It could be.
It could be because back then, since 80s theme, you know,
Or
wasn't
maybe
really
it wasn't
normalized.
as common.
Wasn't
Maybe
normalized. Or
he's like
why they
very
accepted
interesting.
it.
It could be also that he's like growing up a little bit later,
Yeah.
like mentally, because he's been like so like traumatized that his mind's still like not like
Like he doesn't care about like
Yeah,
relationships,
yeah.
which I understand.
Which is why he wants to.
Which-
But it also confirms why he wants to still play D&D and all stuff.
I mean,
But I wouldn't be surprised
I'm
if he was.
17
But
and
he-
I'm still
but-
playing D&D.
He wants to play D&D because of the good memories.
You
though.
guys are like 20 and you're still playing D&D. Yeah, but he wanted to spend time with his friends.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
his friends were occupied with girls.
And you know,
So
Mike,
it was like,
Mike's
it
too
felt
busy
like
being
he
a
felt like
douche.
he was, yeah, he
Yeah,
felt like he
that's
was
He just
being
wants to
ignored.
hold on,
Yeah.
apparently to hold on to his youthism as well, because all the trauma he's been through, he's like,
There we
oh,
go.
I never really got to cherish some more moments, or like I missed the moments how it was before all this stuff happened with the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Morgan,
perfect.
Mind Flayer. So he's like, let me go back to those good times so I can, because it was how many months it was after the second season?
I'm not sure.
It was a few months. I think it was like 6
It
months.
was the summer
Was it a
after.
year?
It
It was
like
a
the
year.
summer.
It was a year.
It was a time skip of a year.
It was a year. So
Because you can really tell like how they look.
Yeah,
Now, like
so-
And also,
compared to
Dustin
before.
was out for the whole summer and all that too.
yeah. So basically, yeah. So yeah, you're right.
I
there.
mean, the show was, I'd say it was like late June, early July, because July 4th was the battle
Yeah.
at Starcourt. It was like basically the last episode.
Yeah.
Right.
So now.
So it took place in the summer, after like all those events.
Robin is hot.
Yep.
I don't care what.
It caught me
Robin's
totally
hot.
by surprise
Robin's
that
hot.
he came out as liking girls.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Came out. I mean, you think
No, but
that-
I mean, I think they did it on purpose.
Oh, yeah,
they
of
did it
course,
to
of
They
look
don't want
like
to give
she
people what
would.
they want.
They did it to look like she would
Like,
fall in love with
right.
Steve, but it'll be like plot twist.
Because they,
Yeah.
they don't just want to give. Oh, this is like because that's kind of like
Because it'd be too
cliche.
cliche.
Yeah,
There we go.
it's
Yeah,
too
Too cliche. It happens
Yeah,
too much.
they wanted
So
it
there's
like-
like, let me mix it up because we got that a lot too during the. Nobody saw. I mean, kind of yeah, but nobody saw. I guess. Oh my God! I just said his name and I forgot his name.
Steve.
No,
Steve?
the Russian.
Alexis.
Alexi. I just
Alexi?
said his name. I just forget. Yeah, nobody saw Alexi dying off so quick in the season.
I mean,
Like, let's
I was
be
kind of
honest.
spoiled.
No,
Like,
once
so.
once we saw Mare in the park, that was it.
No, of course, yeah, but I meant like in terms of I thought he was gonna do more.
Yeah,
than
like,
the
be
plot.
like-
Rest
yeah.
in peace,
Like
Alexi,
do something
man.
crazy
He
because
was
he was
one of
such
like
a good
the
lovable
most
character.
like wholesome characters in the whole. He was just some scientist, bro.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but I like the way he died.
No, yeah, I did too. He died
No,
happy,
yeah.
bro. Like
Like-
he literally what was it he said before he died? The
The games aren't
games
rigged.
aren't
The
rigged.
games aren't rigged, and then
Because
boom,
he beat the game.
Yeah.
because he beat the game.
Yeah, and he won the
then-
prize.
But I like it because it's kind of like a sweet
But
It's
sweet
a bittersweet ending.
bittersweet
Yeah,
ending or
bittersweet.
death for the character.
I
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's my stuff, man.
yeah,
That's
no, it was
my
really
stuff.
good. And then oh my gosh,
Yeah,
there's just so much.
Hopper's
to talk
death.
about. Hopper's death
Bro,
was
He
really
sacrificed
calming.
Or
himself.
did he
Bro,
die?
Well,
Hopper dying
well,
didn't even make me cry.
We're gonna conclude. I mean, not conclude. We're gonna talk about the our theories right after. But Hopper definitely, dude, like
The part that hit was when Elle was reading his
The
letter.
letter,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
what hurt.
3 inches. No sex joke.
You didn't even have to bring it up.
No, but there's people on the internet that will think that. All right.
You could have just.
let him think.
No.
You could have kept
Mike,
it silent and let
No,
the comments.
Yeah,
you just cut it off.
Keep the door
No,
open
that-
3 inches.
That ending really hit hard though, because they all have to separate and have good memories together.
Yeah, that's
And then,
another thing,
Elle, she's barely had anyone in her life.
Her
and then
powers are basically
Look,
gone.
and the
Her powers are
dynamic
gone.
between Elle being like the daughter that he lost.
Yeah.
So kind of like that he was able to raise like a daughter that he wasn't able to have,
Yeah,
and him being the father that Elle didn't have.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it was like
They both
they
needed
were
each
meant
other.
for each other.
Yeah, they needed each other.
Before we forget about it, that's another thing that I wonder about. How's her powers gonna like transition into?
Yeah,
I
because
feel like
now
she,
she lost her power. Like, she
She,
didn't lose it,
I
but she's
didn't.
not
I feel like she
completely,
didn't lose
but
it.
like
And that was where she tried moving the
It was like a
the
teddy
code
bear.
hand over the teddy bear.
It was 'cause-
That was months after the events too, which
Yeah.
means she hasn't
It was
recharged.
3 months
Yeah,
after,
it's already
but,
been a while,
she
yeah.
lost him because of the thing that got into her leg. Was it because of that? Or
It could be either because of that,
Because
because
she was
right after
using
that,
it too much.
I think
right
it was
after
over-
that,
Using it too much.
she was like drained, and probably because she was using so much at once.
Yeah.
Like in a
But
short
it's
period of time.
referenced that she could only hold so much power because Mike, as that one scene where he like admits that he loves her, he's like, oh, you guys can't just use her as like a test dummy because she might give out. She might give out or like get hurt. Which is, I feel like, in the script written as a nod to say that.
Because you can tell in season 3 she was more
exactly, and it's kind of saying in a way that 11 isn't as powerful. She's not invincible. She's not as powerful as we think. So we gotta kind of like it kind of brings more mortality to her character.
Yeah,
she's still vulnerable.
It's not like a super character that's
exactly.
gonna, like
so
push everything to the
it
side.
makes her more vulnerable and in a way, kind of and more entertaining to watch because it's like, oh crap,
you don't know what's
kind of because we got to see it too that a few times in situations she didn't have as much power as she needed.
Yeah.
So
towards the end,
basically
before the end when they were fighting Billy and the
once she finished, once she finished pushing that car in the mall, after that she tried to do more stuff but she couldn't, not with the same force.
Burned out.
Yeah, she kind of gassed out. But as well, this is my theory with Hopper, bro. I feel like he's in the Upside Down currently, only because there was if you look at the scene and you zoom out, you pause it at the right moment, you can see a ladder right next to the machine. But of course, since there wasn't any goo or ashes, because that's what shows whenever the other Russians get vaporized. They get vaporized, but there's nothing in the floor where he was. So my theory is that he has been in the Upside Down before. So I'm assuming that he's gonna go right back in, try to live off of that, like trying to survive as long as he can, and then the next season is gonna pick up. Either going to pick up with something happening, they're gonna be focusing more inside the actual Upside Down, and they're gonna encounter him in some way. Or he's just gonna make it out somehow, or who knows? All I know is that he's gonna come.
I think it's gonna be interactable again. Do you think the Russians are gonna cause it because they had like?
Well, I mean, you see that end.
The ending, yeah.
The Russians have
who was the American that we're talking about?
Exactly.
They have an American and they have a Devil Gorgon. So that's all we know.
And
because they were going to the door and they're like, not the American, and they went to the door next to him.
What I feel like they might be doing, and I'm pretty sure, I'm kind of like, I have my hopes high for this one. They're gonna be using the Demogorgon to their advantage, either to use them as a weapon, basically.
Yeah.
Is what I'm assuming they're gonna do because
because the show is strategically put in the place of the Cold War.
Yeah.
Where there's tensions between Russia and the U.S. and they're building more weapons.
No, right.
So they could. So basically, if Russia says we have this as a weapon,
the Demogorgon.
They one up America.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's why in season 1 we're doing testing on the kids and all that stuff.
Because they use as weapons against the Russians.
Making weapons for the government and all that stuff. So it does tie into it, and I think the Russians in season 4 are going to be using them as the Demogorgons as weapons, and and then they're going to somehow encounter Hopper somewhere in the Upside Down. That's what I feel it's going to, because he's been in it before, and so have other cast members, and they've proven to be there to stay alive throughout the time period. I don't know how long he might, how long they're going to put him there as. It's been 3 months.
I mean, Hopper's pretty smart.
But it's been 3 months for the least.
Hopper's pretty smart.
Who knows how his character will turn out. But I know he's alive, that for sure.
I still have my doubts. I don't know.
Yeah,
what do you guys think about the, I forgot his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, the Russian guy?
Yeah, the Russian guy.
Bro, he was basically the Terminator.
That was literally
walking. He was like,
I did not expect
that guy doesn't die.
He was overpowered. I did not expect him to be so like strong. Like
Russian.
actually like
he's Russian.
No, but he got Hopper by surprise when they were going back to the laboratories and he popped out of nowhere and I was like, dude, this Hopper's getting his ass beat right now.
The first encounter.
Yeah. I was like,
first
holy crap. But then he
up.
came back and he destroyed him. And it's just like, holy crap.
Yeah, but it was close.
No, it was.
Hopper was like about to die.
No, dude.
And then it just threw him into the machine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like a toy.
The machine.
But yeah, super nice ending to that season, and honestly, what I hate
ending though.
What I hate the most is that show is the type of show like I know me and Andres, I don't know about you guys, we binge watched this so quickly, and it's like
I started it at 3. I woke up one day at 3 in the morning because I fell asleep like 7 in the afternoon. My sleep schedule doesn't exist anymore. And at 3 in the morning, I was like, you know what? I'm on Stranger Things. I was already at season 3. In the afternoon of that day.
But that's
and I finished the show the next day.
Bro, it sucks. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like a very long movie, you get me? But in some other shows, you get forced to sit out for a week and watch it.
Like Game of Thrones.
But it's so good
you have to wait a whole week.
CW, The Flash, and all that same thing.
Yeah, but it's so good that you just want to watch it all together and you have to wait another year. But it's still a good experience.
I'm a Game of Thrones fan, but Stranger Things is like my second favorite show.
Stranger Things is top there for me at the moment because
I don't know about second. I've seen good ones. I've seen
No,
really
but I'm
good
talking about currently, like
Currently,
currently
ones.
airing.
Oh, like, okay, currently
Currently
airing.
yeah.
I think it's for me. It's probably like top 2.
I don't think it got enough hype.
Stranger
It
Things?
does now. It's already does.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's
Okay,
already
this is how it works.
Because like Game of Thrones was like huge.
Well, we think Game of
Because
Thrones.
it's
is
HBO.
bigger. It's a
That's
very
fine.
bigger for-
I
it's a
understand,
bigger
but it
show.
wasn't even close to the hype. Like on Twitter and stuff like that.
I mean, HBO is bigger than Netflix.
No, but now.
Because Game of Thrones, first of all, Game of Thrones had more seasons, so it had more time
That's
to
true,
develop
yeah.
hype.
Right.
And
money
it
in the
was
budget.
it had a bigger fan base. It had more money. So I mean, by the time they're already in their 7th, 8th season, it's like their hype is way bigger than just the 3rd season of a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it takes time to generate the hype.
Yeah.
But it generated good hype for just 3 seasons.
Dude, but
I mean, that's also because I'm comparing season 3 of Stranger Things to like the finest season of Game of Thrones that everyone's like I guess more hype about the finest
Yeah.
season that it's like about to end.
Oh yeah, of course. It took like 8 years for Game of Thrones to finish.
And they ended the way it did.
But the thing is, by the time
But we
Stranger Things comes to a close, it might be.
I just don't want to talk about the disappointment.
we
of
did
the show
talk
right
about
now.
it, but we just didn't upload it. That's
yeah, we did
Yeah.
talk about it. We didn't upload the video due to some other things that were going on, but
Technical difficulties.
like it left kind of like a bad taste in our mouths. The ending of that show, even though it
That's
had
why I'm
good
looking
memories.
towards The Witcher, as you can see today. Well, by the time this video drops, the day of today that this is being recorded,
Yeah.
the trailer dropped for the Netflix series
I have
The
to
Witcher.
watch it.
I have to watch.
It's gonna
that
be good,
show.
man. I think it's
I
gonna be
haven't
good.
read the books. I want to read the books now. I don't even know where to start.
Play the game,
Because
so
the
you
way,
know
because
it's-
because
The game is already
the way the
amazing.
books are, it's kind of like stories. It's different stories. It's not like chronological order where it's
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
So like
So-
Tales.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Tales,
Tales.
yeah.
And then the games, are obviously based off of the books. But the games obviously alters things. Like
Yeah. The
Geralt
game was
had-
amazing in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
but
love
I know the
it.
show is being based off more of the movie. I mean, the books, because in the books, Geralt only has one sword on his back, and his silver sword is in the horse. It's like on his saddle,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have a beard in the books. I know that, and like the medallion.
No,
is
he only-
different.
he only
No,
gets
it's just different, smaller details.
He only gets the beard like later on when he's older. Like
Yeah.
in the original ones, I mean, at least in the games because I played them. In the original ones, he's always had like
I like the mechanic
Barely.
they had. I think that was like the first game to introduce that, like the beard growing over time. I think Red Dead did.
Oh,
it
you
too.
mean like the
Red Dead,
yeah, I know, yeah, the hair works.
Yeah, the realistic hair growth. Yeah, I'm actually gonna buy that game again. But I'm gonna buy the complete edition because I haven't finished the
I
game.
finished the game completely.
Well,
I haven't finished the game.
Get blood and wine.
I'm gonna get just
Yeah.
the complete edition because of everything. Man.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
So we're gonna be concluding the segment. That'll be all for the podcast
hope you
today.
guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it to your friends, and yeah.
And
This
we'll
is-
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'll put the links.
We don't have anything uploaded though, but no. But one other thing, guys. We understand the last podcast was a complete shit show. And
We're still working it
at
out.
the
We're
moment.
still figuring
At
it
the
out.
moment, it still is, in a way. But we're gonna be upgrading. At the moment, we purchased more mics. We have this one. We're gonna be getting a camera soon. All we need is just support from you guys. If you can like, share the video, whatever we can to get at least 1,000 views. That's our
Our
that's
goal
gonna
for
be
this
the
video is 1,000.
Yeah.
So let's try to get to that. Share it to everybody you know. I'm gonna spam the hell out of this. You better spam the hell out of this.
And remember to get to 200 likes so we can infiltrate Area 51. That's it for the Benchwarmers.
See about that.
Play with Russian spy.